You used to make progress every single week. Walk into the gym, add 5 pounds to the bar, smell the testosterone in the air, and you'd gain 10 pounds of muscle in a month. And now, you're doing the same exercises, hitting the same numbers you were 3 months ago, and your body just stopped listening to anything you're doing. You haven't missed a single workout, you haven't quit, and that's what makes this so much worse. You're putting in the work, but you're getting absolutely nothing back. It's not your genetics, it's not bad luck, it's just a signal. Your body is telling you something in your approach is wrong. And if you keep ignoring it, you're gonna look exactly the same in December as you do right now. I'm Legs Benedict, your teacher, and today I'm going to show you exactly why you've plateaued in 3 brutally effective ways to start seeing results again. So don't go anywhere. Here's what nobody tells you when you first start lifting. The first 3 to 6 months, maybe a little bit longer for some, are a cheat code. Okay, this is what I like to call the newbie gains stage. Your body has never been under that kind of stress before, so it adapts really, really fast. Your strength skyrockets, your muscles explode in size, and you feel like a superhero all the time. And then one day, everything flatlines. Your bench hasn't moved, your arms look exactly the same as they did in that mirror selfie you took last week. So what do? Maybe add more volume, maybe you train a bit harder, maybe you start doing exercises that you saw some guy on Instagram do, and none of it works. Because the problem was never your effort, okay? Your body already adapted to what you're doing, and you just keep feeding it the same stimulus, expecting a different response. That's not training. You're just on a hamster wheel with sweet downlighting. Plateaus are very normal. They don't happen because you're lazy, they just happen because your body is smarter than your program. And unless you understand what to do about it, you're going to stay stuck for months. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, I'm stuck for a little while, it's not that deep. But it is, my young Padawan, it is that deep, because when your progress disappears, you start doubting yourself, you start doubting the journey, you start wondering if you don't have the genetics to look good shirtless. You skip sessions because, what's the point, all right? That slow erosion of your self-belief, that's the real danger. That's where 99.99999999999% of guys quietly quit and then never come back to the gym. Plateaus, they also affect you physically. Your joints and stabilizers will start developing really significant imbalances from just hammering the same movement patterns over and over and over and over and over again. Your risk for injury goes up, and aesthetically, you just look like someone who works out but doesn't really train hard. To understand why you're stuck, you need to understand one concept. It's called the General Adaptation Syndrome, or the GAS. When you put your body under stress, it goes through 3 stages. First is the sound the alarm stage. Your muscles are experiencing something new, and they're freaking out. That's the unreal soreness that you remember from your first few sessions. Second is the resistance stage. Your body builds muscle and strength so it can handle that stress for next time. That's where all your gains come from. And then there's the 3rd stage. And this is the one no one talks about. This is the exhaustion stage. Your body has fully adapted to your training. It's not challenging in the same way anymore, and it doesn't need to grow because it already solved the puzzle. Most people think more volume is always the answer. Let's just do more sets. Let's just do more reps. But most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, the answer is not more. It's just different. Your body doesn't respond to effort, in a sense. It responds to new demand. All right, and now that we've got that covered, here are 3 ways to break through your plateau starting today. Number 1, manipulate your rep ranges. If you've been doing 8 to 12 reps for months, your muscles are totally adapted to that, so change it. Switch to heavy sets, 4 to 6, maybe 8 reps on compound movements for a few weeks, a month. This wakes up the high threshold motor units, which are muscle fibers that have been sleeping through your other workouts. And then, after that wears off a little bit, swing the other direction. Go lighter. Do 15 to 20 reps even. Start playing with your tempo. That's the speed in which you perform your reps. This creates metabolic stress, which is a completely different growth signal than mechanical tension. Your muscles only know tension, damage, and metabolic stress. So if you've only been speaking to them in one language, you've been leaving 2/3 of your growth on the table for no reason. Number 2, change your exercise order and selection. If you've been starting every single push day with a flat barbell bench press for the past 6 months, your nervous system knows that. And it also knows the order of the next 5 exercises that you're going to do. It's efficient at it, and efficiency is the enemy of growth. Think about it like this. You want to cause as many problems for your body to try to solve. Growth comes from forcing your body to solve a problem it hasn't solved before. Start with incline dumbbell bench press instead, or weighted dips. If you're not doing weighted dips, or do bodyweight dips or assisted, totally fine. Just make sure you're challenging yourself. Put your mastered movement, so in this case, the barbell bench press, third or fourth, when your muscles are already taxed. Keep this up. Just swap 2 or 3 exercises per muscle group every 4 to 6 weeks. Not because the old ones are bad movements, but because your body just got used to them. And number 3, deload on purpose. I know, I hate this too, but you've been grinding for months without a planned recovery week and you think it makes you disciplined. It doesn't. It just makes you overtrained. Remember, your muscles don't grow in the gym. They grow when you rest. Varies from person to person, but personally, I take 2 to 3 deload type weeks every year. Take 1 week where you cut your volume by 40 to 50%, keep the same exercises and frequency, but just cut your sets in half and drop to using maybe 50 to 60% of your normal working weight. Focus on your form, let your connective tissue heal, let your nervous system rest, and you will feel much better coming back into it afterwards. Every single elite strength coach on the planet deloads at some point. If you think you're above recovery, you're not hardcore, buddy. Okay? You're just bad at sticking to a plan. The most common mistake I see across all 3 of these strategies, and one of the last tips I'll leave you with, is don't change everything all at once. Pick one thing, apply it for 4 to 6 weeks, track and see what happens. And stop judging your progress daily. Give the new stimulus 3 or 4 weeks before you evaluate what's going on. For programming, you can keep whatever split you're running. The split is almost never the problem. Hit each muscle group twice a week. Okay, that's the sweet spot for natural lifters. And rethink progressive overload. It's not just adding weight, it's also adding a rep, slowing the tempo, improving the rep quality. It's just about making the movement a bit more challenging for you. So if you benched 185 for 3 sets of 8 last week, and then this week you did 3 sets of 9 with better control even, that's progress. Track it. Your brain will start playing tricks on you if you don't, I promise. So track it. For your recovery, sleep 7 to 8 hours every night consistently. You get major bonus points here if you can wake up and go to the bed at the same time every day. Remember, your growth hormone peaks during deep sleep. So if you're getting 5 hours of sleep and wondering why nothing changes, well, there's your answer. It's like you're building your house during the day and then burning it down every night. Also, keep your protein intake at 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. Okay, if you're extremely obese, you don't need to eat a gram per pound of your body weight. And watch for warning signs, okay? Constant joint pain, losing motivation. These things are not laziness. It's just your nervous system telling you that it's fried and it needs a break. Training through those signals doesn't make you tough. It just makes you about to be injured. Every person who's ever built an impressive physique has hit a wall at some point in their life. This is not just happening to you. The difference between those who break through and go to the other side and those who fade out to nothingness is just their willingness to adapt. Your plateau isn't a dead end for you. It's just a locked door, and I just handed you the master key to it. That's it for today. If this helped, please subscribe. It would mean the world. Drop a comment and let me know how long you've been stuck, what strategy you're going to try first, and also if you know someone spinning their wheels, not making any progress, send them this video. We're not going to ask you for help. You know they won't, but we know you're a good gym bro, and you'll do that. This has been Legs Benedict, guys. Now go break through that wall, and I'll see you in the next one.